This is around 200 kilometers from Bangalore. It's a 30-acre property. We started with 3 acres in 2015. Over the years, including during pandemic, we kept on adding more land, neighboring properties. So now we are at a 30-acre coffee plantation. Till now, we would have invested over 5 to 6 crore,
Yeah,
5 to 6
almost.
crore on the land alone, and probably around 4 to 5 crore on construction, development, and everything, because we almost have a 500 to 600 meters of private road kind of a setup what we have made. We have developed a huge pond. So considering all that, so it is under 10 cr. So coffee is, for us, coffee is the biggest crop, like 10 acres, as I said. But with a decent crop, I think the income from coffee was somewhere around say 15 lakh from 10 acres. So it's still to reach its highest potential. Some part of the plantation is already 6 7 year old, so they are giving good crop, and some of them are new. So I think with when all of them start giving full yield with the current pricing, easily around 25 lakh you can get from coffee. Coconut is around 6 year old now, so another 3 4 years it will start giving yield. So easily with 500 coconut plants, I think you can make up to 8 to 10 lakh per annum. So we are not going full on fishery now. So if done well, probably it can earn another 10 lakh revenue. So put together with 30 acres, as I said, 10 acre is not of it's empty. We kept it empty. So 5 to 10 years, easily 50 lakh to 1 cr. And if we make a good use of all the resources, around a cr is what we can make out of this investment. If you're just living alone, or you're living with your one small family, probably it doesn't make sense to invest so much on the construction in a farmhouse. You just build what you need. You can be sustainable and all this stuff. And staggered investment is the best part of a farm. You don't need to put everything together. It will be still working. You can have one room first and build the second room, then you expand it. There's always scope for expansion. Unlike if you're in an apartment or anything, it is very difficult. You have to take permissions. You can't keep changing your interiors every now and then. But idea is, we spent most of our investment on the farmhouse, because one, we're living there. Second, it's a plan B. It's a parachute. So we don't want to really use it unless there is a real emergency. Like the way we have designed the farm is, like tomorrow if you want to move out, you can convert it into Airbnb or a resort. Our schooling happened in Belur. My 12th standard and my engineering happened in Chikmagalur. Again, it's a coffee town.
We studied in the same college. I did my mechanical engineering there. After that, I did lecturing for 2 years. Then again, I started my postgraduate, which is MTech. I completed there. And then I got married. We both started working together.
So I started with my first company when I was in my final year engineering. It was a web designing company. So until 2011 to 2014 is when we were running it, and that got acquired by another entity later. So we exited from that other company in 2015. Yeah, but from day one, she was always there. Like she was always like a co-founder. Like example, when we started our first company, she was salaried, she was working, and she used to feed in a lot of funds to the company to pay salaries and stuff at the early stage. After marriage, we both started working in same Leo Digital. Now she's running the show. She's running Leo Digital, which is our creative agency as well as a digital agency, whereas I am taking care of NXG World, which is a consulting firm. So it is based out of Bangalore, Delhi, and we also have a main office in Dubai. While we wanted to stay in our native, there was not enough opportunities. That's when, like everybody, we had to move to Bangalore. I'll not be complaining. Bangalore gave us a lot of opportunity, but the only problem was, you are not in control. Like example, you want to reach certain place, have your lunch or dinner, and it gets delayed, and you have to rush into another meeting, a meeting after meeting. So when you between that schedules, you tend to forget your health. I'm very sensitive to say pollution, because all my life I was born in a small town, and but suddenly when you're breathing such good air and you're in a city, you actually feel a bit suffocated. I think she was broadly okay, but me being a sensitive guy, so I started having gut issues and sleep issues. Like I was a proper insomniac. I was unable to sleep. It started taking a hit on my health. I used to fall sick at least once in 3 months. So that's where we felt having that active lifestyle and good diet and good air, that these were very critical and non-negotiable. And how can you do a lifestyle change in a busy city like Bangalore? It was usual 9 to 9, I can say, not 9 to 6, because running a company, we used to start at say 8:39, and we used to reach home at 10:30 sometimes. We never got a chance to spend much time with our kids when we were in Bangalore. When my kid was 1 year old, that's when we felt that I need to give more time. This doesn't work like this. Like, I have to be a good dad. So we started planning in 2016. We had our ancestral farm of 3 acres, which is right there. And my dad, it was his retirement plan also. So he had planted coffee. He was trying to build that farm, and we were weekend visitors. We were really not connected much until we started spending more time, and we were spending every day at the farm. That's when we got attached to it, and that's when we started investing more. We tried to bring organize funds from all the sources possible, started acquiring more land. Most people who are in my first circle ask, how do you handle medical facility or kids school? So in terms of medical facility, while the closest good hospital is in Chikmagalur, say it would be the 25 to 30 kilometers from here. So it would take not more than 30 to 40 minutes for us to travel. And in terms of school, our kids go to a good public school. So it's like 40 minutes from here, 30 to 40 minutes again. Bus comes till the gate.
So when it comes to kid, we always feel okay. We need to send our kids to very big school, fancy school. There are a lot of peer pressure in the society. We have to send them where communication bit of it might be in rural tier to cities have a limitation. But what I feel being a mother is it's not at all a big deal when you visualize in a different aspect of it. One is home is our first school. That is one thing. We need to give them time, enough time, and we need to nurture them in whatever aspects.
My kids are trying to learn French sitting at from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So I think things have changed. So this is where I think the gap is going down. I think the difference between a urban school and a rural school is no more that big.
Yeah.
And what we were also discussing is, by moving them from a Bangalore school, which really had a fancy fee.
Yeah.
So we are probably paying one third of the fee for a much bigger campus. They have a bigger playground. They have good teachers, and I think they're more grounded.
They are saving their fees like, oh my god, it is so much where we are taking them holiday with that fee.
Like, I spend too much on cars. I
And
wish
mobiles.
yeah, technology is still okay. It's still productive sometimes because we are in digital world. But I think spending on cars is something which I kind of regret. I was just thinking when I bought my first car, if I would have put that same money on a stock of the same company, I would have comfortably retired now. So, consciously, when we just work backwards, 2 years back, almost 90% of our investment was on real estate. So, either plots, residential plots, and the agriculture land, the property where we are right now. It was accounting to almost 90%, and we wanted to diversify it across. So, right now, we are focusing a lot on equity. So, we are adding every month, we are adding significant sums every month since last 2 years. And gold is also something, gold ETF, digital gold is something which we are very bullish on. So last 2 years we have taken that ratio to almost 40% on equity plus gold, 60% on real estate. It is high time people realize the importance of going back to their roots, right? I am a strong advocate for reverse migration, asking people to go back to their towns, hometowns, villages, wherever it is. I believe that is important because all our cities are congested, and practically there is no space. I think most of the people who are in city right now, they're coming out from their hometowns. I think imagine if all of them start moving to their hometowns or villages or small tier 2 tier 3 cities and start investing there, the amount of economic activity which would create there, the amount of jobs which would be created there, slowly people don't have to move out. I have seen a lot of young people here, they don't want to move out to a Bangalore or any other city. They move out because they don't have opportunity. But I think once people start moving back, that would create job, create a lot of economic activity around, and that's when I think a country will become a better place. Otherwise, everybody moving to top 5 10 cities is definitely not sustainable.
We thought of moving back to farm or our native. We were discussing like, okay, how many days we might meet our parents in a year. We were just calculating yearly 30 40 days. You just calculate for 15 years. We don't even get at least a year of time spent with our parents. The day we realized, we got to know, okay, we have very less time. We need to utilize whatever we have.
So now today, if you see, when we are spending time with parents, particularly say I am enjoying spending more time with my dad talking about agriculture, or she spends a lot of time with her dad and mom, walking in the evening. So I think we are definitely build that deeper bonding. Even with the pets,
Yeah.
when you're in a city, you have to take permissions, you have, and even
Hmm.
pets, for it's a torture for pets to keep them in a confined space. And as you see here around, so they are having the best time, they are all over the place. Yeah, if my kids ask them that we want to go to city, or we want to live in a city, so it's very few times when they ask it. Usually, whenever they probably there's a new Disney movie and they want to enjoy a PVR, and we'll have to drive them to on a weekend and stuff. Otherwise, kids have never said that they want to go back to city, because the one they were born, the elder one spent like 5 years of her initial time in the city, but I think she's enjoying the farm life more. But the other kid, the younger kid, I think she was born during COVID, and she spent whole her life in farm, so she's already used to this life. If you even go take her to McDonald's, she would not enjoy it. Yeah, I think the synergy between husband and wife is very important, because imagine if you have between the couple, if one is heading in one direction, they want a city life, they want to party, or they want to spend more time socializing, clubbing, whatever it is, or you want to play golf, for example, you will not find it here. So I think the visions have to match, the purpose has to match, right? Otherwise there'll be a lot of internal, like I have a lot of friends of mine, like where the husband is very interested in farming, where the wife is least interested. Then the poor guy is coming every week doing it alone, and kids are doing their own stuff. Then I think I don't think that's a best case scenario. I think you have to find synergy. So whenever career, work life balance, kids, family, your own well-being, it's not easy. It's a complex formula what you have to derive for yourself. We took 5 to 6 years to figure it out, on what is her priorities, what should be my priority, and how should we plan it for kids.
And also support system is very important, whether it is from family side or outside it is. So when you have with the family, I can easily leave my kids with my parents. That is also there. They can't come to Bangalore or a bigger cities. They are happy to come and spend good amount of time with. So it's good thing to have all of them together.